The Premier calls this the greatest challenge of our generation, admitted that we are currently losing the battle against the Omicron variant, which is why he made the decision to delay the return to in-person learning for 2 weeks and move classes online during that time. Adam Atkinson has the details.
Oh, back to school, back to school.
Unlike Billy Madison, students in Ontario won't be going back to school in person for at least another 2 weeks.
We'll be delaying the return to in-class learning for the next 2 weeks and continue with virtual learning for the duration of the time away.
The announcement didn't come as a shock to many parents.
Was anticipating something like this. I mean, I knew that a 2-day return or a 2-day lockdown wasn't really likely.
Mike Casapo's 6-year-old daughter Hannah is autistic, so online learning will be a challenge. He'll have to take another leave of absence from work to stay home with her.
We had no options for school. We had no options for daycare. We had limited family that was trained to do what she needs.
Niagara's Tracy Kent wasn't surprised by the announcement either, but she expects it to stretch even further.
In my opinion, he's just doing what's keeping everybody safe. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to be upset with it, but at this point, I'm prepared for them to be off for a little bit longer.
She actually pulled her 2 kids from school the week before Christmas because of the rising COVID numbers. Andrew Callum has 5 kids. He's frustrated with how the province handled this.
Now we're struggling because we have to find childcare for 5 kids in 2 days.
He understands canceling in-class learning, but says both students and teachers need more time to do this properly. And 14-year-old Chris agrees.
We need more time to get prepared because I wasn't ready for this at all. And I feel like I'm going to have to scramble to get everything prepared.
Jay Galloway says the last time his 2 teen daughters did online learning, it cost him his job.
Because my kids were home, they kept arguing and fighting. They weren't putting in their studies. They had tests they weren't putting in. I had to miss days at work just to make sure my kids would sit in front of a computer.
The president of the Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario told me today that schools in the province aren't ready for students to return just yet. There aren't enough masks, proper ventilation, or adequate safety measures in place, but they're hoping that changes in the next 2 weeks.